So if you're against KAM, what about ACAB?
Let's see what my friend here. I love Desmond.
I honestly didn't want to answer this one because it gets extremely political. This is a very sensitive subject. I'm just one opinion. But I've said it before and I will say it again. I am against generalizing statements about anyone, especially if it is negative. Don't get me wrong, I am a black individual in America. But with that said, there's no way that you're going to catch me saying that I think every single police officer is a bad person. That's just not true. And I know this is so controversial, and I don't want this to be too controversial. And again, I'm just one opinion. But here's the deal. I am a huge advocate for racial bias training in the police department. I think police officers do need to be trained against racial bias. I'm a huge advocate for civil rights. But with that said, ACAB, like all cops are bad people? Not true. There's no way. They're police officers. You can't say all women are bad. You can't say all men are bad. You can't say all black people are bad. And you can't say all police are bad. Hope this helps.
Okay, so this is like I tend to agree. So this is like a great point when it comes to like the palatability of messages. If I was going to be really generous to what ACAB means, ACAB is supposed to say that the system is like more corrupt than the people's in the system, right? So, for instance, the lack of body cameras is a corrupt aspect of police in general, but it doesn't mean that police are corrupt, right? Do you understand? Like individuals, and so like if you had a message that wasn't all cops are bastards, but it's more like I don't know, reform the police. It's much more palatable and understandable that like people get trapped into situations where like they may be forced to do something that's wrong, and the police is definitely indicative of that. If you believe in systemic oppression, like forcing black people to do things that they wouldn't normally do because of lack of opportunity, you have to understand that like people need a job, and if your job is to be a police officer and you're asked to do something that's shitty and shady, you're going to do it. Now it's not good, but like if we fix the system through reforming the police rather than spouting ACAB or BLM. Or excuse me, not BLM. BLM is totally fine. Why did I say BLM? I meant ACAB or defund the police. That's what I meant to say. Rather than like spouting those things that are just anti-cop, you would promote something that like is a palatable, solid message that's like quick. Even BLM is solid, like Black Lives Matter. That's like a solid message. Reform the police, solid message. You understand what these groups are saying when they make their statement, and like that's what we need to fight more for than anything else. That's why ACAB is like not an intelligent way to go about these things.
ACAB doesn't mean cops are bad. It means the system is bad. Then like why not call it?
No, look at that! Like I was right there. Look, wait, hold on. This is great. This is like perfect. I never even watched this video, and I can already tell Desi like is literally saying what I just said.
Thing else like PSIB, police system is bad because there is a
there you go. It's a weird one, but okay.
Racial bias in the police and judiciary system. But the word ACAB, it means all cops are, and then it's not even bad. It's actually a word they don't feel comfortable saying. That's why I don't necessarily support that acronym. Because you're talking about the cops themselves. Speaking of which, some cops are black. And one of the main things people say is black people can't be racist. How are racist cops that are black racist then? It just gets me very confused. I just think we should be generally nicer to everyone. And yes, our judiciary and justice system needs huge reform, but that's not what the acronym is saying. So I'm just going based on just what I hear the acronym describing to me, not the overall movement. I hope this clarifies, and I hope you understand my point. And of course, I look forward to hearing more of what you have to say. Anyway, I hope this helps.
Yeah, it's fair. To totally get it. Sure.
The B stands for bastardized, not corrupt. You forced my hand, I have to say it now. The word is not okay. One of the reasons why I don't support the word ACAB is because it uses the word bastard, which is not an okay word. Let me tell you why. Bastard.
You know what's a little bit ironic here? Can we just say this? So I've talked to Desi before. He prefers male pronouns, but like there's a lot of male interactions that he doesn't like. Like he doesn't like being called Mr. So based on that assumption, if you're going to be a woke progressive person like Gannon politics, you would make the assumption, if you're educated on Desi, that dude isn't a proper label for Desmond. And it's like a little bizarre that you're being so woke when it comes to police, but you're not giving a fuck about the comfortability of an individual that you're talking to. Like you don't really get to choose when you're woke if you're going to play the woke game. I'm just saying here.
Does not mean corrupt. You're not saying all cops are corrupt. Look at the definition of the word bastard. The standard definition is describing something of lower quality, something worse than its original form. But the original word is born of parents not married to each other, an illegitimate child. That's me. I had a single mom. She was not married when she had a kid. I am the true definition of a bastard. And yet you're using that as an insult to insult a police system? Do you even know how insulting that word is to single parents? But then here you go just using the word ACAB, thinking that you're advocating for a corrupt system, when in actuality the black community like my own has a ton of single parents, and you're using a word contradictory to my community.
Oh my god. Wow, that was some deep intellectual shit. Wait, that blew my mind. That was actually a decent point. So like Desi's saying, hey, so like you're calling all cops bastards, but the word bastard is like derogatory towards people who have kids out of wedlock. And since there's a disproportionate amount of kids being born out of wedlock in the black community, using that word is actually insensitive to black people, but that's who you're saying that you're trying to fight for in the first place. Wow. That kind of got me. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Done your original 19th century English homework yet. It's not an okay word. Please stop. Hope this helps. The B stands.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I gotta credit, give a hand to him. Very good. I want to say thank you so much, guys, to all my Patreons, and a special shout out to my Papa XL Patreons. Without all you guys, I would just be some fat dude screaming into a microphone. So thank you so much, guys. Mwah. I love you all.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.